Hello, my friends. I see some new friends and some old faces and some old friends with some new faces. Welcome back to Bottomless Brunch at Colman's. This time, I've got a fabulous Pride episode for you. So, as the rainbow colors pop brighter than ever, let's honor the immeasurable spirit of Pride Month. And if the moment inspires you to be free and pantless, fly that freak flag, so be it. After all, this is Bottomless Brunch, and you're very welcome for the Pride pillow to my right. Happy Pride. Let's go. All right, let's meet my brunch guests, okay? I have actor, writer, activist, a performer whose talent on display in the animated comedy Big Mouth and its spin-off Human Resources. Please welcome Queen's very own Mr. Brandon Kyle Goodman. How you doing, Brandon Kyle Goodman? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. I wonder who you're sitting next to.
I don't know.
You're sitting right next to a gifted actor, an extraordinary ally to the LGBTQIA+ community. You know him from the hit TV show Lucifer. He's a man who's been through hell and back. Please welcome the sensational, the gorgeous, my friend, Mr. Tom Ellis. Welcome, Tom. How you doing?
Thank you, buddy. So nice to see you again. It's so nice to see you. It really is. You look amazing.
It's good to see you too, man. You look like you two sitting there, especially with one has a very print shirt on and you're very simple with black. It looks like a good buddy cop movie and I want to be in that. What should we call it? What would we call this buddy cop movie that we're all in?
Ebony and Ivory?
I was going to call it Miami Thrice.
Ooh.
Miami Thrice. Good.
I'm here for that.
Okay, now I want to know, how did this bromance start? Did Tom slide into your DMs, Brandon? How do you guys know each other?
I'm college best friends with Tom's wife. His wife knows where all the bodies are buried. We've known each other since we were 18 years old and came up through school together. And then she met this lovely, lovely gentleman. And then I just became his brother because he's with my sister.
We had a bit of a love-in, really.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I feel like I'm a good cousin in the family too.
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed.
We're gonna chat about all this stuff later, but first we're gonna make a cocktail so we can get this party started. All right, Tom and Brandon, I want to check and make sure you have all your ingredients and make sure you have a glass of water handy because we like to tell people to stay hydrated. It's very important.
Sure.
Thank you.
So their skin will glow just like ours do.
That's right. That's right.
Today, we're gonna make an eye-popping pink Cosmo. And I have a fun little fact before we get started. Smirnoff was one of the first brands to feature gay couples in their advertising over 60 years ago. Did you know that, gentlemen?
I did not. That's amazing.
Good for Smirnoff.
We're gonna get this started. You're gonna need 2 ounces of Smirnoff Pink Lemonade. Let me put it up to make sure you have it. I wanna make sure you have it.
You got that? Oh yeah, hold on.
Perfect.
Oh, we got one each.
We both have our own.
Half an ounce of orange liqueur, half an ounce of fresh lime juice, and 1 ounce fresh lemonade. We're gonna need a Pride lime wheel. This cocktail will burst the flavors from the Smirnoff Pink Lemonade alone. You're gonna get bright notes of strawberry, raspberry mixed with the classic flavor of lemonade. You ready, you guys? Let's make it. With your shaker glass, this is your shaker glass, you know that. You guys have made cocktails before. I don't think you're you're pretty old school about this. So, Tom, what about you? Do you make cocktails at home?
Do you know, Colman, as you know, I am a beer drinker. I love beer. So
you go to the pub. You're like all those people in Britain that goes to the pub at 5 p.m. and keep it going until 9.
5 p.m. at the latest, yeah.
At the latest. That's right. We started at 3. Come on.
Well, here we go. Take your shaker glass, and we're gonna add 1 ounce of fresh lemonade to the cocktail shaker.
1 ounce is the small side of that ear trumpet.
I didn't do math. Well. I ain't do math like that, you know.
See, that's why you're friends. You need each other for that. 1 ounce of that. You're gonna add a half an ounce of fresh lime juice. That's basically half this wheel, baby. Half of it. Half of the lime.
You just squeeze that.
Okay.
Now we're gonna add a half an ounce of orange liqueur. You got your orange liqueur?
Half an ounce, so that's up to that little line there, isn't it?
That little line.
You got it?
Could y'all tell in school I used to cheat on my man?
Okay, we're gonna add 2 ounces of Smirnoff Pink Lemonade.
Ooh, she smells sweet, honey.
She smells good, doesn't she?
Yes.
By the way, for our friends at home, Smirnoff Pink Lemonade tastes so great it can easily be served as a shot or mixed with water or soda for a really easy but impressive cocktail. Okay, now we're gonna add ice. Gentlemen, add ice.
Oh, 1 second. Let me grab the ice. It's in the freezer. How much ice do we need?
Now that's what we talking about.
Did you get that ice for today?
I just, yeah.
Is that all of the ice?
I used to be a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Yes.
Oh, grab a handful of ice out of there.
You might need like an ice pick.
I do need an ice pick. It is. It's like touching the void over here. Let's send this back to the Arctic. Hold on.
Is that like a 20-pound bag of ice?
We're just prepared.
This is just our starter for 10. Okay.
You're making cocktails for the neighborhood after this? Is that right?
Absolutely. We're good neighbors.
All right, now let's shake this baby up. Put this your shaker top on here. Make sure it's nice and secure.
Okay, then.
I'm gonna judge by how you shake it. So just shake it and get it nice and cold. Let's see how you shake it. Okay, Brandon's got a side one with the party muscle. Tom is going, okay, turning it around. He's giving you Tom Cruise. There we go, around. He flips it around. Good, there we go. I go for the classic bartender shake.
Oh, I like that one.
Perfect.
Oh, this one?
Exactly.
Okay.
That one's that's like, you know, look at that. Because it shows some bicep as well. Okay, good. Now pop that baby off.
Okay.
And then we're gonna grab our Hawthorne strainer. And that's what this is. And then I want you to pull out that Nick and Nora glass that we've given you. We're gonna strain it into our Nick and Nora glass right here. And
This is
strain it.
definitely my first cocktail rodeo.
There we go.
Oh, that looks nice.
Okay.
Okay, now sit that down. Now we're gonna work on this Pride lime wheel. I want you to take your whole lime, okay? I'm gonna bring this up here. Yep. And we're basically, I want you to stick a Pride flag or an ally supporter flag, Tom, and stick it right in the middle.
In the middle like this?
Just stick it right in the middle. Yeah, perfect. And then we're just gonna cut the sides of each one to get it down to a nice quarter of an inch. Wheel.
He's cutting it down. He's cutting it nice and small.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that. See, I cut it right down there. See, right down the middle?
Yeah. Look at that. Perfect.
Oh, that's beautiful. And now flip it over on the bottom and create a little slit in the bottom. And then we're gonna just go, pow, pow! Look at that.
Okay.
Right, you want to put
I'll
that
put
one on
this
yours?
one on mine, and here's another.
Oh my God, another hold on.
See, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? For our friends at home, you can find the recipe for a Pink Cosmo on amc.com/brunch. Where's your cocktail, Tom?
Right here.
Oh, okay,
Killing
with
it.
that, I think we need to cheers to Pride Month.
Cheers.
To Pride
To
Month.
Pride Month.
Everyone.
Happy
Cheers,
Pride
brother.
Month.
Nice to see
Happy
you.
Pride.
That's good.
You like that?
Yes.
Cheers, everyone out there, and please remember, drink responsibly. Okay, Brandon, what did you throw down in the kitchen? And if you didn't, tell us why.
Not that, not teacher saying, why didn't you? So we made bacon. It's bacon and it's nice and crispy.
It looks amazing.
And you need, a side of bacon is everything for brunch, right? Like you can't have a brunch without a side of bacon. And I did not make this, my husband did, because I don't cook. I eat very well, but I don't cook.
Now, where'd you get that bacon? It's because it's a very thick cut. It's like a country style.
You better know that. Absolutely, it's a thick cut. We don't do that thin stuff here. But I got it in the fancy butcher section.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So it's a thick piece.
Okay, Tom, what are you gonna dazzle us with?
My favorite thing in the world is cinnamon rolls. So rather than go and buy some, I had attempted to make some.
You did?
He
Okay.
killed it.
Oh,
he killed it.
Beautiful. Oh, Tom, that's great. Are you a baker? Do you bake at home?
I like to cook. My mum was a big cook, is a big cook, and so I did grow up being interested in cooking, and I've always been pretty sort of, I'm quite domesticated, really.
Yes. Yes. I
like cooking and cleaning. I love my Dyson more than anything in the world.
Dyson's good.
I just saw you tweak a little bit. You saw that vacuum. He's like, my Dyson is everything.
That is fantastic. Okay, let me tell you what I brought today. Today, I thought it'd be a little decadent, so I thought I'd go with a powerhouse brunch choice. I present to you Eggs Benedict.
Hello.
Come through.
Some poached eggs dreamt in holidays, and I topped it off with some chives, dill, some flaky sea salt, and black pepper. Yeah.
This meal is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bite. Take a bite and see how those cinnamon rolls are, please.
Yeah, I want to
God, I
taste
hope
this
they're all
meal.
right, actually.
I kind of want to
Take
know.
another small one.
That bacon's
Oh my
great.
God.
How are the cinnamon rolls?
They're really good.
Oh, good. Yeah, all right.
Tom, I think people want to know. I want you to name your favorite actor who has appeared on Lucifer in the role of a priest. Go.
Let me think about this, because we had a few. No, obviously, Colman, Domingo.
Oh my God! Did you say my name?
I know you set it up that way, but here's the thing. Like, when I've spoke over the years about Lucifer, and I often get asked what's my favorite episode, because we shot like 92 episodes. I always talk about our episode, because it was for me a sort of defining moment in the first season of a show where I suddenly thought, oh, this show can be a lot more than just what it's been up to this point.
I just remember I was laughing so much.
Oh my God.
And I just met you and Lauren, and we just want to tell you, we just all vibed. I remember this one scene we could not stop laughing. It was about the dude, the spider. We couldn't get our shit together.
It was the worst. It was the worst. In all 6 years, that was the most kind of like uncontrollable laughter moment for sure. That and when Rachel Harris farted in the back of the car. Which is my favourite blooper that never made it.
That tea for Rachel, come on. I hate when
We're so mature on that show.
Oh my God. Brandon, if you were to take Tom and I out for an epic pride kiki, where would we go? And we will say yes to everything. Where will we go?
We're going to Amsterdam. Amsterdam Pride is epic, and we're gonna go through the march because they do it down the canal.
Tom, have you ever been to a pride? Have you ever been to a pride parade?
No, I've never been to the one in London actually, weirdly. But it's definitely now on my to-do list. For sure.
Brandon, I want to talk about you being cheesy, and that's not an insult. You wrote a column about how sometimes cheesy is good. Mm-hmm. How can something so simple like that help you transform your life?
I think cheesy allows you is really another word for vulnerable. And so sometimes when you say those sappy things, the bad pitch or the example is like, I love you to my bro, right? That can feel cheesy, but it's actually quite vulnerable and necessary and allows us to deepen our relationship. So I think that leaning into the cheese is, and also eating cheese, but lean into the cheese. Yes, lean into the cheese.
Brandon, when I met you, it was on your on an IG Live that was set up by Tom, because Tom said, hey, my friend Brandon would like to have you on, and I'm hosting it on my Instagram page.
Yes.
And I thought that was fascinating. In that moment, because you gave him your microphone, and you have a huge mic, and you're like, Brandon, I want you to talk about what's going on with you when it comes to queer people, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. What moved you to do that, to give him your mic?
I mean, obviously, when George Floyd happened and everything that happened in those weeks that came after that, Brandon started talking very, very articulately on his own Instagram. And I wanted to do something at that moment in time, but I didn't know what the right thing to do was. But then, listening, I just thought, well, other people should listen as well. So giving just as many people, trying to get as many people to listen as much as possible and encourage them to listen and learn and kind of understand that, now is a real time to encourage a new generation, of people to kind of really grow up with different tolerances and understandings and an appetite to learn about other people rather than be afraid of them.
That's beautiful, man. And I think what I love about Brandon, I love following you on social media because I love the conversations that you're willing to have. You posted something about body and being comfortable in your skin and all that. Where do you get that courage to do that? I feel like you're going into new territory.
I think it actually started in college with Megan and some other friends. We would have we would call them communions. And they were just a night for everyone to come over, have drinks and bring food and then just talk about the stuff that was going on in our lives that we didn't feel comfortable talking about in public. But I also realized that when you talk about that stuff publicly, it dissipates the shame that you have around it because other people are experiencing it, but they just don't have a safe space to talk about it. And so for me, that's what Instagram has become. It's like my safe space, ironically, to talk about these things. I'm seeing that people are so open to it and so receptive that it just continues to fuel me and build more courage to keep going further.
Isn't he the best?
Thank you.
No, you're really amazing. You're truly amazing. Tom, your Lucifer character is attracted to people, not a particular gender. This devil is very progressive, it seems. What have you learned from Lucifer's sexuality?
I think learning like that freedom of expression, that freedom to be who he wants and still be seen as sexy, right? And all of that sort of, like, I think there are a lot of kind of things that people worry about in terms of like toxic masculinity and things like that. There's so much kind of like put on that if you're playing a character that isn't that, then maybe I would have wondered how I would have been perceived, but it was quite wonderfully refreshing to play someone who was so kind of like liberal, basically.
I love it. Okay, I gotta know this. Who can do a better accent? Tom, I want you to give us your best American accent. And Brandon, I want you to give us your best British accent.
Hey, yours is better. I'm trash.
Hey. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but before I played Lucifer, I played a character called Rush, William P. Rush, who was a doctor in a hospital in New York. And basically, that is my American accent that I'm auditioning for you right now.
That's good.
Fantastic. And Brandon, would you like to tell me a little bit about yourself today? How are you feeling today? What is the weather like?
You know, top of the morning to you, Colman. Irish.
Not top of the morning.
I learned a term today. A little chin wag.
You learned that today.
I learned that today.
You learned that today. That we're having a little chin.
We're
Just having a little chin wag.
A little chin wag.
How's your British accent, Colman?
My British accent, it gets very hard sometimes to do it. You never know when I'm going to try it. Because it all depends on where I'm from, of course, you know?
Of course. Very good, very posh.
Yes.
I'm very posh when I do my British accent. It's very posh.
Very fancy.
Exactly. I do the Queens. That's what I do. That's all I do. I think it's time to wrap this up with something I call one-word answers.
Ooh,
now, you can only answer with one word, okay?
Oh.
One word.
All right.
Now we'll start with, we'll go back and forth. Tom, describe your high school experience. One word.
Pleasant.
Brandon.
Traumatic.
Okay. Mine is weird. Okay, what is the first thing you touch when you wake up?
My phone. I want my husband. I should do that first. But...
Tom, what about you?
My wife, for definite.
Oh,
if I'm not already touching her.
That's so sweet.
do you guys? I mean, I'm getting all intimate now. Do you guys spoon? Do you sleep together or apart? Because I sleep apart from my husband because we're both hot, and so I just like he needs his own zip code, you know.
I run quite hot as well. So like it starts in a cuddle, and then we separate, and then we come back together for a cuddle in the morning.
That's beautiful. That's nice. What about you, Brandon? I just want to know that too.
No, he's hot. It is too much heat. So we start apart and we end apart. So like I'm turned away with a little space. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. I love it. A little kiss and then good night.
All right. Okay, final ones, you guys. Okay. Brandon, I want you to use one word to describe Tom.
This is my family.
Aww.
That's family.
Tom, one word to describe Brandon.
Extraordinary.
Oh my God. Tom, Brandon, thank you so much for spending time with me. I truly appreciate you both so much.
One word to describe you, inspiration. Inspiration. Congratulations.
I received that. Ah, what an episode. All that pride and allyship. Ah, it's like a warm hug. Ah. Yeah, I'm hugging a pillow. If you want even more of my conversation with Brandon and Tom, I want you to head on over to Bottomless Brunch at Colman's, the podcast. It's available now wherever you listen. Until then, take care, drink responsibly, and be safe. And I'm sending you love. Happy Pride. Mwah. Back to me and my pillow. Ah, more.